scheduled hearing of Entertainment and Facilities Committee. Welcome, everyone. I am joined by my colleagues, Paul Krikorian and Joe Buscaino. We will get this meeting underway, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with comment, public comment, and comment on the items. And we're going to start with Eric Previn. You have a general public comment and then public comment on 3 of the items. You have a total of 3 minutes for your comments, Mr. Previn.
Is there any way that I could defer my comments until after the report?
Nope, we're doing them right now.
Can you explain what's happening with
We're doing, have a seat and please begin. You have 3 minutes.
Okay, I will try. This is, I guess, the FEIR regarding the Parker Center site. My name is Eric Previn, and I'm from CP2. Thank you. I looked at this project, and of course there's a great history, well, not so great, but a history that is important to Los Angeles about policing in Los Angeles. As many know, this was a former police or facility. And I'm anxious about the designation of it as a cultural historic landmark. I'm anxious about that kind of an honor given the complicated history. I think that we definitely want to honor law enforcement officers on a regular basis, and we want to respect communities on a regular basis. I'm just wondering if the design of this big project should be caught up, if I may, in the reverence for, I mean, there's a lot of history in this place, and some of it is upsetting to Angelenos. And I know that this is a project that's been banging down the corridor for a long time, and that there's an opportunity to do something good for both the city employees and the community in general. I'm scanning, and I was having difficulty understanding what's actually, that's why I wanted to hear the report, because I'm sure there are some intelligent folks who are going to address it. So I guess I'll just have to limit my comments on the item to that concern, because I think it's really, it's worth considering, and the, it's a lot of square footage we're talking about. It's a lot of money. I know that there are different schemes that have been looked at that could, if I read it correctly, we're looking at potentially hundreds of millions of dollars in redevelopment, activity. That of course everybody loves redevelopment down in Mr. Weezar's district. There's no question about that. But there is a question about whether or not this is the right thing. And so I guess that I've expired most of my time, but I will take a minute just to simply say regarding city surplus property in general, I think many of us are supportive of using city surplus property wisely. This committee has evidently a lot of sway there. Historically we have done a so-so job of meting out a reasonable way to have competitive bidding in that space, so that surplus property does not become a handout for folks who are cooperative with various council members in various districts. I think we need to migrate away from that kind of activity and migrate toward announcing that we're going to have a piece of surplus property, that we could accept qualifications, we could accept proposals, RFPs, RFQs, RFIs, but we should really studiously and carefully aim for a level playing field, because I think Angelenos are fed up with the absence of that level playing field. And, even as we are all collectively pulling forward with HHH, and then hopefully the supervisors will get additional money to fund those facilities with the mental health experts and stuff, I think we just need to make sure that we are moving forward fairly and equitably.
Thank you. All right, Armando Herman. Armando Herman, you have filled out general public comment and then comments on 1, 3, 2, 4, and 7. So you get 1 minute for general public comment and 2 minutes to combine all of your others.
Fine. But we're not going to waive our city property away when it can be used for the homeless. How long has that fool Eric Garcetti sat with vacant properties and vacant land, giving it away to developers? How long? It's time for a change, don't you think so? Time to get rid of a mayor that has basically fell into the hands of pay to play, or even better, special interests. Same cock of bullshit that's been going on in this city since your involvement with gentrification and regarding the HHH. HHH should mean healthy Herman, helpful. Helpful because he comes in to bitch to the 3 bitches that have messed up our city. letting them know by the chuckles that we all agree. Bitches get what they deserve. Bitch service. And now going into this agenda, let's look at item number 2, the EBT card. It's great. It helps support the homeless, and it helps support families that are veterans that don't have goddamn jobs, like you promised with the Grand Hotel. Piss off on that. And what about the other items regarding item 3, my favorite subject? Homelessness and Poverty Committee approved the amendment on matters of December 7th. You know what I really think about this bullshit? It's all a scam to douchebag all the taxpayers who you made believe, Eric Garcetti, that your proposals for the budget were going to create better jobs for the homeless and make this city turn around. You haven't done a goddamn thing, Eric Garcetti. You're a fool running for mayor once again. I hope the taxpayers prove that you're not worth being a mayor for the second or third term or whatever bullshit cause you want to be involved with. Like Hillary, loser. Now in general public comment is a reminder to reflect this, that the constituents of all your constituencies can't stand seeing homeless people on our sidewalks and streets, let alone the Willits versus Los Angeles should be amplified to the contribution of ignorance and stupidity brought by Joe Buscaino at the Wilmington Imperial Green Station line. Go look at it, all of you. Look what Joe Blow has created there, along with that new supervisor, Janice Hahn. Worthless bunch of bullshit. You put a pot shop near a train? That's so ridiculous. Why don't you build museums? Why don't you put schools? And better, spend $100 million to build a grand hotel for the homeless that live in that area and target it by Joe Buscaino and Janice Hahn. That's what I think of you. Thank you.
This is called the Entertainment and Facilities Committee. All right, with that, colleagues, I would like to continue item 1 to a future date. Without objection, continue item 1 to a future date. Seeing as there's no objection, that shall be the order. And we're going to hear the rest of the comment cards. And I'm going to start with item 2, and that is Diana Yadalian. Thank you. Followed by Ariana Alcarez, followed by, looks like it says Mr. Pancake, followed by Stephanie Gomez. Yes, yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
Good morning, council members. Bear with me. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Can't really talk. I'm Diana Godoyan, council member Jose Huizar's office, the introducers of this motion. First off, just thank you to the chair of this committee and committee members and their staff and the departments that have worked with us. This is a really great step. It's something small as a city that we can do that can affect hundreds and thousands of people and really bring healthy food to our communities that really need it the most. So just thank you, and let's get this approved.
Thanks, Ms. Diana. Hopefully you'll feel better. We'll hear Speaker 2, Ariana Alcarez, followed by, I think it's Mr. Pancake, followed by Stephanie Gomez. Okay, all right, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Beautiful people. Entertainment and Facilities Committee, correct?
It is.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. That's enough. Moving right along. Okay, I'm Mr. Pancake, and I'm a member of Los Angeles Community Action Network. And I'm here to speak on the EBT Access Farmers Market, Council File 15-1511. And I have some letters to submit on today. And we're very grateful that this ordinance has been looked at and is being passed, is moving forward. And the Los Angeles Community Action Network is submitting this letter in response to the city attorney's report that was submitted in September, and to the report submitted by the Department of Building and Safety regarding the changes being made to the temporary special event.
Thank,
Is that all?
thank you, sir. That's just 1 minute. We have a lot of comment.
Well, I have these letters to
Thank you.
submit, if you can take these,
We sure can.
Senior, and happy holidays to everybody.
You too.
Thank you for this space.
Thank you, sir. Ariana Alcaraz, followed by Stephanie Gomez, followed by Jacqueline Rivera Kraus. Okay, are you Ms. Alcaraz? Okay. Is there a Stephanie Gomez or a Jacqueline Rivera Kraus?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Stephanie, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the LA Food Policy Council. We're excited to have come this far this year and have a draft ordinance in front of us requiring all farmers markets in the city to require EBT, CalFresh, food stamps as a form of payment. We can say because of this policy before you and the hard work of our farmers markets for all working group and our partners, we have made significant progress on this issue. Earlier this year in May, we worked with the mayor's office and Councilmember Jose Huizar to host a sign-up day where farmers market managers could expedite and complete their application process to become SNAP authorized by the USDA on the spot within 2 hours. 26 farmers markets, CSAs, and pop-up produce stands across LA signed up just that day. I'd like to remind committee that the entire process is free, and we have direct contacts for folks at the USDA FNS and the California Department of Social Services for the free point-of-sale machine and at the Ecology for the script. We support the city attorney and building and safety reports before you. Thank you for working to find a way to ensure that all farmers markets in our city, whether they are on a public right-of-way or private property, provide access to low-income Angelinos that participate in the CalFresh EBT program. Though there have been many early adopters of farmers markets signing up for EBT, there are still farmers markets in the city that have not signed up or have not completed the full application process. We're hoping this policy will be the final push and impetus for them to get on board and make their market accessible for all, and so we do achieve 100% universal access at all our city's great farmers markets. We ask you to approve the ordinance before you. Thank you.
Thank you. Jacqueline Rivera Kraus, and it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Mitch. I saw you Saturday at the Echo Park Parade.
That's right.
Yes. Good afternoon, council members. It's wonderful to be here in front of you and to voice my support for this ordinance. I work with Sustainable Economic Enterprises of Los Angeles. We're a nonprofit in Los Angeles that operates 6 farmers markets throughout different diverse communities from South Los Angeles to the very popular Hollywood Farmers Market. So we've seen the impact firsthand that EBT has on our customers. I would like to just caution any potential fees for permits that may be placed onto any smaller farmers markets that are operating on private lots. But other than that, we fully support this ordinance and are very happy to see it move forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Jacqueline. All right, Mr. Espinosa, since we heard the comments for item 2, let's go ahead and hear the item.
Okay, item number 2 is report from the Department of Building Safety and the City Attorney and an ordinance relative to requiring farmers markets to accept electronic benefits transfer cards.
Thank you. And as we are beginning the presentation, I just want to thank our colleague, Councilmember Huizar, for his leadership on this very important issue. You know, here in Los Angeles, we've made many bold moves to begin the purchase of good food at our parks and everywhere else where we have contracts. We've adopted the guidelines of good food purchasing policy, created the LA Food Policy Council in 2012, and have been committed to its successful implementation. Departments of the city of LA are now changing their procurement practices so that a percentage of the food that the city buys and serves Angelinos is healthy, locally grown, sustainable, fair, and humane. It only continues and furthers that goal when we also make healthy, fresh choices available at our farmers markets, especially when we have so many farmers markets participating in the Market Match program, which enable families who have financial challenges to purchase healthy food and all of the benefits that brings them and their families. So I couldn't be happier that this is finally coming forward, and we'll make sure that all our farmers markets, whether on private property or public property, can have that requirement to offer these electronic benefit transfer, otherwise known as EBTs, that so many of our financially challenged families have and depend on. So with that, please begin the presentation.
Thank you. Lori Rittenberg, City Attorney's Office. I am here for the current draft ordinance portion of the agenda item. And just to reiterate for everyone, this ordinance requires electronic benefit transfer card acceptance at certified farmers markets on city property and city streets. The institution of this provision shall begin with the next renewal period of each certified farmers market application. So at some point, they will all have this capability. Does the committee have any questions?
Sure. I'll just a few questions, then we can go from there. So how does Bureau of Street Services and LA Department of Building and Safety currently enforce the provisions contained within a temporary special event permit application for farmers markets on public and private property?
I think we have some building and safety people here. Do we have anyone from Street Services on this issue?
Oh, there we go.
I don't know that we do. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I guess not, but I'll give way to building and safety.
I'm here with Building and Safety.
Mr. Galstian, welcome.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm ready to answer.
Okay.
questions.
In terms of the question was enforcement provisions that currently exist. I don't expect you to answer for Bureau of Street Services, but Building and Safety in terms of temporary special events.
For farmers market, Building and Safety issues temporary special events, annual permit, one permit annually. As far as the enforcement in regards to EBT card readers, Building and Safety will be performing inspections prior to approving special event. And if EBT card reader is not there, obviously we will warn the applicant to make sure the card reader is there for first time. Second time, if the card reader is not there, then we will be proceeding with the revocation of the permit.
Okay. And so that'll be the main enforcement agency is Bureau of Street Services?
No, it will be by Building and Safety.
Building and Safety. And will there be complaint-based system as well?
It's a standard procedure with
Okay.
Building and Safety. We'll receive the complaint. Our temporary special event inspectors will be visiting the site, and then they will verify if the EBT card reader is operating. Then they will be good. Then we'll continue.
Sounds good. I don't know if you can answer this, but I wonder what percentage of farmers markets currently operating on private property don't have EBT capability?
I would
Out of
not have
curiosity.
that answer.
Okay. Because I know that the ones in the 13th District virtually all accept them. But I think it's a really great move to make this standard procedure across the city for the reasons we've already talked about.
Yes, we will.
Thank you, Mr. Galstian. Good to see you again.
All right,
Any questions, colleagues, or comments on this? No, I think we're good. All right, sir. Thank you. We've already heard public comments. So what we will do, the recommended action is adopt the city ordinance regarding farmers markets on the public right-of-way, adopt the Building and Safety Department's recommendations in their report dated November 23rd of this year regarding the requirement to accept EBT cards at farmers markets on private property and the enforcement of this provision, and instruct LADBS with the assistance of the city attorney to report on their current procedures and fees for issuing temporary special event permits and any necessary code amendments or updates to their fee structure.
Move the recommendation.
Let's do it. That shall be the order, and that takes care of item 2. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you. All right, and yeah, and then what we have left is we have comment cards on items 3. But before we hear those, let's go ahead and take items 4 through 7 on consent, unless there are objections.
Move the items.
Okay, we'll move the items. And so we'll have comment cards on item 3, starting with Becky Dennison, followed by Lucia Mendez, followed by Marie Kennedy. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Becky Dennison with Venice Community Housing. I'll be brief, there's a lot of us, but I just want to say that we're very excited to be a part of this first group of properties and hope to make the city land available for affordable and permanent supportive housing both in Venice and citywide. And so we really urge your approval. We are ready to take on the challenge. Hope to design a very great project with the entire input of the community and come back with you with those details. Ready to work with the entire teams of developers that are taking these first sites forward so that we can make them successful and then hopefully build on that success and expand the program. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Dennison. All right, do we have Lucia Mendez in the room, followed by Marie Kennedy? Come on up, Marie Kennedy, and Jaime Sanchez.
Good afternoon. My name
Hello.
is Lucia Mendez, and I'm here to support Venice Community Housing and VCH project. I'm currently working with Venice Community Housing as a service coordinator. 8 years ago, I was homeless in Venice, and I was I had this great opportunity to be housed in a transitional living for 2 years. And after that, I got another great chance to be working with the BCH, supporting and giving back what they gave me in the beginning. I was homeless with a 14-month-old baby and a 9-year-old living in the car. So, I'm so just grateful to be part of BCH and this amazing project. And I'm here to support that and just, and kind of see how BCH is creating jobs as well. Opportunities, housing families, homeless people from different areas as well. Thank you.
Thank you for putting a face on a problem
Thank
that
you.
so many people don't fully understand.
What
and
homeless means.
representing such a success story and transcending a great difficulty and opening yourself to public scrutiny. It takes a lot of courage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Buenas tardes a todos ustedes.
Buenas
Les
tardes.
pido disculpas por no hablar inglés.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, tiene
Please.
translador?
Si alguien me
Please.
va a ayudar.
Un momento.
Mi nombre es Jaime Sánchez
My name is Jaime Sanchez,
y estoy aquí por dos razones que considero muy importantes.
and I'm here for two main reasons that are very important to me.
Una, para expresarles mi agradecimiento
One, to show how grateful I am
por los programas que he recibido
for all the programs that I have received
que yo ignoraba que
that
existían
I did not know and I was not aware of.
para
their
poderme
existence.
reintegrar a la sociedad con respeto y dignidad.
So I can reintegrate myself in my community with dignity.
Ah, yo estuve viviendo por 4 años en la calle.
I was homeless for 4 years. I was living on the streets.
Hoy día encuentro que hay organizaciones como Venice Community
Nowadays, now I know that there's agencies such as Venice Community Housing,
y que he tenido la oportunidad de observar que trabajan con profesionalismo para ayudar a gentes como yo que vivíamos en la calle.
and they're very professional to work with populations such as me that live on the streets.
Es mi forma de estar aquí para soportar a las personas que pueden estar en la misma situación que yo me encontraba.
So he is here to support and the people that is outside exposed to the same situation that he had in the past.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Pues nada, muchas gracias para venir y telling your story to us. Thank you. Thank you.
Gracias a ustedes. Buen día.
Thank you. And we have Maria Kennedy and Erica Lee. Maria Kennedy, Erica Lee, and Catherine Jara, please step forward.
Hi, I'm Marie Kennedy, not Maria.
Oh, sorry.
It's como Maria sin la última A. I'm a homeowner in Venice. I live only a few blocks from one of the proposed sites, and I'm totally in favor of supporting the Venice community housing and doing the housing for homeless there. Oddly, I also was homeless many, many years ago with my children, and it has led me to work very closely with Venice Community Housing. I am the chair of the board of the organization and put in a lot of volunteer time now that I'm retired from teaching at UCLA. And I just want to assure people also that there seems to be a lot of misinformation about this. The parking that is in that lot has to remain. And that's part of the precondition, that there will be no reduction in parking. In fact, there will be an increase in parking. So I'd like to have that on the record.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we have Erica Lee, followed by Catherine Jara.
Hi, my name is Erica Lee. I have been a resident for 2 years, and I am a renter. I work full-time. I have a half-mile bike commute because I'm a Venetian. So I see many more encampments. I bike past at least 15 unhoused people every day on my very short commute. I think affordable housing in the area is the only solution. There is one solution to homelessness, and it is housing people, and affordable housing in the area will give these people a chance, and that is what they deserve. So I am very for this, and that is all.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Kevin Jarrett will be followed by Aisha B. Jones. Did I get that right? Followed by, oh no, I messed it up. I messed it up. All right, Catherine, please.
Hi. I want to say that I'm very thankful to VCH. My mom is a single mother. There's a lot of stereotype with that, but in the real life, not everything goes as planned. I know that VCH in my life, it's been like 20 years, has made a huge impact. I see the difference in my life and the life of my friends. It's been a huge blessing. I know it's a lot of work, it's complicated, but it really makes a huge difference. So I ask you to support affordable housing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Ms. Jones, followed by Chana. I know you, Chana Grace, followed by Kasha Williams.
Hi, my name is Aisha Jones, and I'm with Venice Community Housing. I'm actually a resident manager, and I happen to live at one of the buildings where we have chronically homeless individuals that we've housed and to mentally challenged individuals, as well as just regular low-income families. So I'm very for this this proposal because I do see that it works. Me personally, I see that it works. I do know that the only answer to ending homelessness is housing. That's it. We can push them and push them and push them as far as we can see them, but they're not going anywhere unless we do something. And it's way past time that we do something about the problem that we have in the county and the city. So I'm very for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Ms. Grace, followed by Costa Williams.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to see you.
I'm here as the president of Women Organizing Resources, Knowledge, and Services, and one of the proposed developers in Lincoln Heights, an area that is sorely in need of affordable, permanent supportive housing and affordable housing, especially in the face of displacement and gentrification that is happening in that neighborhood. I'm a longtime resident of Northeast Los Angeles, and I know that affordable housing, permanent supportive housing, and services are critical to the health and well-being of our homeless neighbors. So I really hope you will approve this. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it Costa Williams? Krista. Boy, I am just batting zero.
It's okay. Thank you so much for your time. I'm a volunteer with Venice Community Housing. I've been working with them for a few years now. I'm also a Venice resident, and I've seen the work in action of Venice Community Housing, and it's been a life changer for not only the residents that get to live in the affordable housing, but for the community around it. And I've seen what the opportunities that they've had and what they've given to them have done to everyone that touches the lives of the people in Venice. So I really support the cause.
Thank you so much. And there are no other comment cards on this item. So this item is so strongly supported, it was a consent item in this committee. That's so, but we wanted to hear all the comments for sure. And since we did hear the comments, Mr. Krikorian, would you like to, we'll move the item. That's how strongly we support moving this forward. So loud and clear, we need to get permanent supportive housing built across the city. We hope to have many, many, many dozens and dozens more of these come to this committee so we can get them right through and into production. Thank you so much. So that shall be the order. It is so moved. And Mr. Espinoza, does that leave any other items on the agenda?
Yes, however, there was a small technical error that they wanted to fix.
I have it right
item
here.
Number 4.
Right, so
What I meant to say was I move it as amended.
as amended, there you go. So we'd like to concur with the Homelessness and Poverty Committee recommendations.
Yes, and on item number 4, recommendation number 4, change the date from June 30th, 2016 to June 30th, 2017.
All right.
That was the only change.
We'll accept that as well. Thank you so much. That concludes the meeting. Thank you.
Is that work?